Have you ever pondered over how a simple act of kindness can influence the world around you? It's like throwing a pebble into a still pond. The pebble, though small, disrupts the calm surface and sends ripples across the water. This is the power of a single act of kindness. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, just a simple act like sharing a smile or lending a helping hand can set off a ripple effect of positivity. Let me share a story with you. One morning a man, let's call him Tom, was rushing to work. In his haste, he dropped his wallet. A young boy, witnessing the incident, picked up the wallet and ran after Tom to return it. Grateful, Tom decided to pay it forward. He bought coffee for the next person in line at his favorite cafe. That person, in turn, helped an elderly woman cross the street. The woman, feeling touched by the act, decided to call her estranged son and mend their relationship. You see, just like ripples in a pond, Tom's initial act of kindness touched lives far beyond his reach. Now, imagine if we all acted like Tom, if we all threw our pebbles of kindness into the pond of life. Just think about the waves of positivity we could create, the lives we could touch, the world we could change. It's not about the size of the pebble, it's about the ripples it creates. So I urge you to throw your pebble. Share a smile, lend a hand, listen with an open heart. You never know how far your ripples will reach. You never know whose life you might touch, whose day you might brighten, whose world you might change. Just like the ripples in a pond, your acts of kindness can touch lives far beyond your reach. Kindness isn't a commodity, it's an infinite resource available to all. And the beauty of it is that it doesn't require a hefty financial investment. It doesn't discriminate between the rich and the poor, the young and the old. Kindness is a universal language that transcends all barriers. Imagine this. It's a typical Monday morning. You're on your way to work, coffee in hand, mentally preparing for the day ahead. Suddenly you see a stranger struggling with their heavy bags. You don't hesitate. You offer your help. This simple act of kindness didn't cost you a dime, but it made a world of difference to that person. It lightened their load, both literally and metaphorically. Or picture this. You're standing in line at the grocery store. The cashier looks tired, maybe even a little down. You decide to share a few kind words, complimenting their efficiency. It didn't take much effort, and yet you can see their face light up. You've managed to brighten their day, and all it took was a moment of your time. These stories are not unique. They are everyday instances of kindness that have the power to enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. They are proof that you don't need a fat wallet to make a significant impact. All you need is a generous heart. Kindness is not about grand gestures or elaborate acts. It's about those small, seemingly insignificant moments when we choose to extend our empathy, our compassion, our humanity to others. It's about recognizing that we all share this world and that our actions, however small, can make it a better place. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation where you can lend a hand, share a smile, or offer a word of encouragement, don't hold back. Remember that kindness doesn't come with a price tag. It's free, it's abundant, and it's within each of us. And the best part, when we engage in acts of kindness, we're not just enriching the lives of others, we're also enriching our own. We're fostering a sense of fulfillment, a sense of purpose, a sense of connectedness. In the grand scheme of things, that's priceless. So let's make kindness our currency, because as we've seen, it doesn't cost a thing. It's a treasure we all possess, and it's waiting to be shared. Remember, the currency of kindness is the one that truly enriches our lives. You don't need to move mountains to make a difference. Picture this. You're walking down the street and you see a small child struggling to reach an apple in a tree. You take a moment, pluck the apple from the branch and hand it to the child. It's a small act, a tiny blip in the grand scheme of your day. But for that child, it's a moment of pure joy, a memory that might stay with them for the rest of their lives. This is the beauty of small acts of kindness. They don't require huge sacrifices or grand gestures. They're simple, they're genuine, and they have the power to make a profound impact. Think about it. When was the last time someone offered you a genuine compliment or held the door open for you when your hands were full? Didn't it make you feel appreciated, seen, maybe a little bit happier? That's the power of kindness, my friends. It's a tiny seed that, once planted, can grow into something truly beautiful. Every day, we're presented with countless opportunities to make a difference. It could be as simple as lending a listening ear to a friend in need, or offering your seat to someone on the bus. It could be leaving a generous tip for a waiter who's had a long day, or even just smiling at a stranger as you pass them on the street. These small acts, these tiny moments of kindness, they add up. They ripple outwards, touching lives and spreading positivity in ways we might not even realize. And the best part? You never know when your kindness might inspire someone else to do the same. Let me share a story. A woman named Lisa once found a $5 bill on the ground. Instead of pocketing it, she decided to use it to buy a coffee for a homeless man she often saw on her way to work. That small act of kindness didn't just brighten the man's day, it inspired him to pay it forward, sharing his own acts of kindness with others in his community. So remember, it's not about grand gestures or heroic deeds. It's about those small, everyday acts of kindness that can make a world of difference. It's the little things that count and make the biggest impact. Kindness, the ultimate icebreaker and bridge builder. Have you ever noticed how a simple act of kindness can create a bond between two complete strangers? How it can turn a moment of tension into a moment of connection? That's the power of kindness at work. It's like a universal language that everyone understands, regardless of their background, culture, or beliefs. Imagine you're in a crowded subway. Everyone's in their own world, plugged into their devices, avoiding eye contact. Suddenly, someone drops their wallet. You pick it up, return it, and for that brief moment, a connection is formed. A barrier is broken. That's kindness in action. Or picture this. A new student joins your class. They're shy, quiet, struggling to fit in. You take the initiative, engage them in conversation, invite them to sit with you at lunch. That one act of kindness can be a lifeline, a beacon of hope, a bridge from isolation to connection. But the magic of kindness doesn't stop there. It also has the power to connect communities. Let's take the example of a neighborhood cleanup, a diverse group of people from all walks of life coming together for a common purpose. Through their collective act of kindness towards their environment, they're also fostering a sense of community, strengthening bonds and building connections that last. Kindness also fosters empathy. When we're kind to others, we put ourselves in their shoes. We understand their struggles, their joys, their fears. This shared understanding can bring us closer, creating a bond that transcends our differences. Even in times of conflict, kindness can be a powerful tool for reconciliation. A simple act of understanding, an open dialogue, a gesture of goodwill can bridge the gap, mend fences, and bring about healing. So let's not underestimate the power of kindness. It's more than just a feel-good factor. It's a force that can bring people together, foster empathy, and create a sense of belonging. It's the ultimate bridge builder, connecting hearts, minds, and souls. In a world that feels increasingly divided, kindness is the glue that holds us together. So, let's spread kindness, one act at a time, and watch as it builds bridges and connects us all. Kindness isn't just a personal act, it's a contagion of positivity. Imagine this. You're in line at the local coffee shop, and the person in front of you pays for your order. Surprised and touched, you decide to pay for the person behind you. And so, the cycle continues, each person passing on the kindness they received, creating a ripple effect of goodwill. This is the power of contagious kindness. Now let's talk about the domino effect. Picture a line of dominoes standing tall and ready. The first domino tips, knocking into the next, then the next, and the next. Before you know it, all the dominoes have toppled, all because of that first push. This is exactly how kindness works. One act of kindness can inspire others to do the same, setting off a chain reaction of goodwill. It's an incredible sight to witness. Don't believe me? Let me share with you a story. In a small town, a single act of kindness sparked a revolution. A local grocery store cashier decided to pay for an elderly woman's groceries when she couldn't afford them. The next customer, moved by the cashier's kindness, decided to donate to a local food bank. This inspired others in the community to do the same, and soon the town was buzzing with acts of generosity. What started as a single act of kindness had transformed into a revolution of positivity. But it doesn't stop there. Kindness, like a yawn or a smile, is contagious. It's human nature to mimic the actions of those around us, especially when those actions are positive. If you're kind, the people around you are more likely to be kind too. It's a beautiful cycle of positivity that keeps on giving. So, the next time you have the chance to be kind, take it. You never know who you might inspire or what chain reaction of kindness you might start. Remember, your act of kindness, no matter how small, has the potential to create a wave of positivity. Your kindness might just start a revolution. Kindness isn't just about others, it's also for you. Now, that might sound a bit surprising. We often associate kindness with actions towards others, right? But let's take a moment to flip the script. What if we told you that kindness is as much about you as it is about the person you're helping? Now, don't get us wrong. We're not suggesting you start doing good deeds just to feel better about yourself. Genuine kindness comes from a place of selflessness. But an amazing side effect of being kind is that it can actually boost your mood, reduce stress, and increase your overall well-being. Think about the last time you did something nice for someone. How did it make you feel? Pretty good, right? That's because when we perform acts of kindness, our brains release chemicals like serotonin and oxytocin, known as the feel-good hormones. They can lift our spirits and create a sense of happiness and well-being. And it's not just about feeling good in the moment. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice kindness are less likely to suffer from stress and depression. They also tend to have stronger immune systems and live longer, healthier lives. There's even a term for this phenomenon, helper's high. It's the euphoric feeling we get when we do something kind for someone else. It's like nature's way of rewarding us for being good to each other. But don't just take our word for it. Try it out for yourself. The next time you're feeling down or stressed, do something kind for someone else. It could be as simple as giving a compliment or helping a neighbor with their groceries. You might be surprised by how good it makes you feel. And the best part is the more you do it, the better you'll feel. It's a virtuous cycle that benefits everyone involved. So remember, kindness isn't just about making the world a better place for others. It's also about taking care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, kindness is the ultimate form of self-care. Kindness, a new lens to view the world. Imagine gazing into a kaleidoscope, each twist and turn revealing an entirely new pattern, a different perspective. That's the transformative power of kindness. It's like a pair of rose-colored glasses painting the world in hues of compassion, understanding, and love. You see, kindness has this uncanny ability to shift our outlook on life. It can turn a pessimist into an optimist, a skeptic into a believer. It's not about ignoring the harsh realities of the world, but rather choosing to focus on the good, the hopeful, the positive. Kindness reminds us that every cloud has a silver lining and every person a heart capable of love and compassion. Let's delve into a few stories that illustrate this. Picture a man, hardened by life's trials, viewing the world through a lens of distrust and cynicism. One day, a stranger helps him pick up groceries he'd dropped on a busy street. This simple act of kindness shatters his preconceived notions, and slowly his perspective shifts. He begins to see the world not as a battleground, but as a community, a place where kindness and compassion thrive. Or consider a young girl who's always felt invisible. One day, a classmate compliments her on her artwork, and her world changes. She starts to see herself not as overlooked, but as valued, appreciated. And in return, she starts to see others not as competitors, but as companions on this journey called life. These stories might seem ordinary, but they're anything but. They're testament to how kindness can transform our perspectives, reminding us that we're all part of the same human family. It's a simple truth, yet one we often forget amidst our busy lives. So let kindness be your compass, guiding you towards a more compassionate, empathetic worldview. Because when we see the world through a lens of kindness, we realize that we're not so different after all. We're all just humans, doing our best to navigate this journey called life. And that, my friends, is a perspective worth embracing. So the next time you're faced with a choice, remember the power of kindness. This power is not just about grand gestures, but about the small acts that create ripples of positivity, touching countless lives. It's a power that costs nothing, yet enriches our lives immeasurably. It's a power that builds connections, fostering empathy and breaking down barriers. It's a power that is contagious, spreading positivity like a domino effect. It's a power that nourishes your soul, acting as the ultimate form of self-care. And it's a power that transforms perspectives, reminding us that we're all in this together. So let's all make a choice today. A choice to offer a smile, to lend a helping hand, to perform a simple act of compassion. Because your kindness, no matter how small, has the power to change the world. Until next time, stay kind.